and here we go with another video from Tournament Guidebook by Vision Warrior. You know that boy about to drop, obviously. It's coming out. This is video 30-something. We in the 30s now, right? So make sure you go back and catch all of these. I'm telling you, it's going to work on your positional game, your tactical game, all of your game. So make sure this is probably the most important playlist on the YouTube channel is this one right now. The coaching is what's going through it. So many concepts and axioms and one-liners and mantras, right? So make sure you're watching this one. Now, today, we actually look at blind pigs. That's the name of this one. Blind pigs. Blind pigs. Okay, all right. So now let's first off look at that. What is that? You know, that's actually a chess term that was said by Nimzowitsch, and I'll show you. In fact, where the article is, we're going to pull it up right here. Boom. So right here, it says blind pigs. This is a chess term. So if you check it, look, what does it say? Blind pigs. So if you never knew, well, you're about to learn today. After blind pigs, a pair of rooks on the opponent's second rank are referred to as pigs, as they tend to devour pawns and pieces, and blind pigs if they cannot find the mate. Right? And the other one, it says Nimzowitsch called a pair of rooks on the opponent's second rank blind pigs because they devour everything indiscriminately. They just eat whatever. Doesn't matter. Oh, come drop. I'll take that too. Oh, I'll take that too. Whatever's on that rank, we gonna take those. We take those. Bring that this way, big fella. Yes, all the rooks do that. Blind pigs. That is the title of today. Now, as we know what the blind pigs are, let's get to the game. Let's get right back to the game here. Okay, guys. So here we are. Now, this game right here was Ilya. I always mess up his last name. Nizhnik. Ilya Nizhnik versus Pintala Hari Krishna in Whitehand Z, round 9, 2012. Ratings here. Hari Krishna at the time was 26.65, and Ilya here was 25.68 with the white pieces. So let's see what we have. All right, here we go. Here's the game, folks. In D4, love me some good rook attacks. Oh, watch this one. D4, knight F6. C4, E6. Knight F3, D5. And knight C3. We got a Queen's Gambit, guys. Now, these days, in fact, what I like to play more of is the Vienna variations, where they can turn into like more transpositions into semi-Slavs, but different attributes and things that don't usually happen in the semi-Slav will now be here, and you're not expecting me usually to take on C4 at a later stage. But bishop E7 is a move, knight D7 is a move, you got B6, you have C5 right now. These are all moves, so he chose bishop E7. And then bishop to G5 here and H6, right? So literally just some easy theory here, 100% easy theory. After H6, there's bishop H4 and castles, right? And the reason why we move through these moves very quickly is because this is opening theory, and also this stuff is pretty simple. Every opening is the same in a certain aspect, and that aspect here is about development, making sure we're developing the pieces and whatnot. So after castles, we see rook to C1. After rook C1, you got a lot of moves you can make here in this position. It's black to move. What do you do, chat? What are you going to do here? You got many ways you can go. And I'll tell you what the engine says, and I'm going to show you what Hari Krishna played in this position. You have C5 from A dot and C5 from NJ. Okay, C5's classic opening from NJ, yes. C5, C5. C6, and you're tame. Okay, B6, 94 from Graggers. B6 from Always Retweet. Knight B to D2, that's D7, Jingo. Talking about black here, is D7. Knight C3, Knight C6. Bristol. Okay, it's going to be all right, chat. It's going to be all right. Just breathe. Just breathe, okay? Just breathe. B5, don't even do it. Phantom Master Clincher, don't even do it. Don't even do it. All right, we got B6. So here's the engine moves. B6 is move 1. So shout out to you if you said B6. D takes C4, more of my style. What I like to play mostly is D takes C4 is move number 2. Number 3 is C5. He didn't play any of these. This man played Knight E4. So shout out to you whoever said Knight E4 in the chat just like that. Knight E4, that's a big boy move. He's already going for complications. Already saying, okay, give me some space, right? When you trade, what you do, Groggers, that was your, yeah. When you trade, hell, what's up, Ed Wid? My God, welcome to the stream. I would transpose this into a Stafford, and you're going to lose probably every single game, too, as well, LAH. But at the same time, I do love the ambition. I love the ambition. But you definitely about to block with your face 99% of the time. That's okay, though. That's okay. right? So after 94, you do want to trade when you have less space, and I think black does have a little bit less space. Well, a little bit less space. What's up, Rumble? Welcome to the stream. 94, moving the same piece twice without developing a new piece. Love it. That's actually a great rule there, NJ. There's always exceptions, though, and always have to remember that. There are always and forever will be exceptions in chess. So the exception here is I'm already castled. Yes, I'm a little bit faster in development, I think slightly, but also, I mean, maybe even in development because the rook's to c1. Like he has 4 pieces developed. We kind of have 4 if we count the knight. 1, 2, 3, king and rook kind of develop, whatever, right? But in this case, this is totally a fine move. After 94, bishop takes e7, queen takes is obvious. And then g3. After g3 is black to move. Now, this is a short game. It's only like 18 moves left here. So from g3, what do you do, chat? Black to move. 94 must objectively bad, though. After bishop takes, queen takes, knight takes knight. Well, if knight takes e4, in fact, if knight takes e4, or sorry, yeah, if knight takes e4, d takes e4, and knight to d2, first off, you have a few moves. e3, which is very annoying. You always have f5, and you have c5 as well. You have all of these moves. You also have e5 as well. So this is not what we wanted, and white is already on slightly on the defense. Slightly, because we still have to castle and figure out what to do with this bishop, which means we are behind on development here. And if that's the case, I always tell students when you castle, it's game time. So when you castle, oh, it's a rapster. You're about to start bringing stuff to the center and hit him with the splinter, right? Rook d8, c5, and we live, knight c6. I mean, I'm about to go crazy because you're trying to figure out what to do with your life still, right? So, you know, it's pretty rough. So you taking wouldn't be good. Just taking literally that small thing, giving him the tempo or tempi, plural, it's a wrap. Game could be over in seconds, right? Is it bishop h4 viable? Bishop h4 is viable, I think. In fact, let's go back. Let's see. Well, wait. He already played bishop h4. Yeah, so I'm not sure what you mean there, big fella. When did Canty win 20K? That was 2014. Georgia, yeah, fan master country. Mick Wald, thanks for the follow. F5 from Contraband, right? But this didn't happen. James, I'm from Michigan. Where do you play in person? Are you from Michigan, bro? That's what's up, bro. Welcome. Hey, but I don't be playing in person here much anymore. I used to growing up, just because there was a lot of competition and stuff like that. But as you get stronger, there's honestly more competition online and at different tournaments and etc. So, but you can play. Ed has a store. Ed Mendale. You can Google it. Right. Ed got a store, and Greg got a store out here too. Greg Harris. That's where most of them be. In fact, they be mostly, I think, at Greg's. So it's a lot of people be there every night. They all about everybody up there. Probably highest you'll see is like 2K, 2000 strength. I don't even remember the first. Wait, what? Oh, you don't know if I remember, but your first OTV chess tournament this week, and you broke even 2 out of 2. Hey man, first one, 2 out of 2. You didn't take an L on each one, because that is a very, very common thing. Is taking an L on each and every game. So great job to you, GG Fever. Appreciate it. All right, Mustachiola actually found the move here. After g3, there's queen at b4. Right, it hits b2, it hits b4, and it's kind of strange. I mean, this looked kind of sus, but it's actually not, right? The queen hits b2. There's no real threats. The bishops aren't doing anything. It's not, so this is justified. It's one of the times it's justified. Queen b4, he plays queen to c2. All right, black to move, chat. Black to move. I mean, this is kind of wild. Like, this is not a queen's gambit you see every day. Queen's gambit decline, you will never see this kind. It's like a Nimzo with your queen, right? That's funny because there are some G3 lines that are exactly like this, but the bishop is here instead of the queen. That's kind of funny. A5. I mean, A5, you have to ask yourself, what are you doing, A-Doc? What is the plan, right? A5 doesn't, like, what are you doing, you know? What are you even doing? What are you even doing? You know what I'm saying? Queen C4 from Crystal. Pawn takes. Pawn takes is 100% face blockage. Premium, Cambodian, natural. Not a move. Sheesh. Oh my goodness. Let's get that back. Get that off the screen. Bishop D7. Okay, Bishop D7 can happen. Knight D7 so you're a little bit better. Slightly, because you can go like Knight F6 and stuff like that. C5. Okay, C5. I do like a C5. But in fact, the best move is just, yo, thanks for the freebie. Wow, how many of y'all missed that? Free pawn. Not even looking at it. He took that. Knight takes c4. Obvi here. If I take the knight, I lose. Obvious. All right. If I take the knight, I lose. Oh, absolutely, Ferg. Sack the queen on b2 and get a queen side majority and make it faster in game. Did he say sack the queen on b2? Did he say sack the queen on b2?
Bruh.
Okay, so after queen takes c2, rook takes c2, and then d takes e4. Okay, so d takes e4. This is the position we are right now. And then knight to d2. Knight d2 happens. It's on you, chat. It's black to move. What do you do? Right, I know, chat. I know. I don't understand. I don't know what he on. Hey, we appreciate you, D-Shock. I hope everything is okay, man. Everything's okay. Okay, e3, f5. f5's okay. f5's nice, chat. Very nice. Rook d8 or e3 from A dot. Now, I'm going to tell you the first move from the engine. The first move from the engine is rook to d8. So shout out to you, A dot. Rook to d8 is the first move by the engine. Putting some pressure here. f5 is move number 2. Shout out to you. And number 3 is knight to c6. It's so astounding when you watch players play sometimes. And like you look at the first 3 moves and they don't play any of them. Like they don't play any of them. Wow, Lorcan with 30 months. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's 30 months, dog. 30 months? Sheesh, Lorcan. Yeah, OG for real. Yeah, triple OG over here. Thanks for the 30. Knight to d2. After knight d2, okay, this is what he played. He played this right here. e5. Turn up the depth so we can see the silent king h7. Stop. King h8 is the best move. Okay. King h8. Wow. e5. He played e5 here. This is a crazy looking move, right? Like, wow, what is this about? Like, what if he just takes it? But if he just takes it and he plays e3? Look at that, bro. Like, that's the whole idea. That's nuts. That is absolutely nuts. That's nuts. That's like beautiful. c7 is hanging, correct. But if it takes, then I mean, I can go knight a6. Like, I'm not worried about this. And then where you move the rook back to, maybe like c2 or something. Maybe rook e7. You do hit this, but then bishop e6. Like, there's counterplay. There is counterplay. Like, you can take here. And honestly, you know, engines right now say this is equal. There's going to be a lot of like back and forth. I attack you, you attack me. I take this, you take that. And then it probably settles like into zeros at the end. That's usually how stuff be. Right? But after takes on e4, yeah, it's very equal, Mustachiolo. So e5. Knight takes e4 is what he chose to keep things a little different. He took on d4. There was a capture on c7. And what did we just look at after this rook takes, right? Because somebody mentioned that. 100% correct. It was captured by Ilya here. And knight h6 by Hare Krishna, hitting the c1 rook, or the c7 rook, moving to c1, and then bishop d7, so we can develop, maybe go bishop c6 in the meantime. Bishop g2, bishop c6, very easy. And instead of castling, which actually brings your king further away from the center, why does that matter, class? Raise your hand. Appreciate you. You over there. Absolutely. Yes, the king actually goes in the center of the board in the end game. You actually need to trade the pieces and be closer to the center, as you can trade some rooks and pieces like that. So castling wouldn't make sense, hence the move rook to g1. He plays rook g1 to activate the rook and defend, as opposed to doing it with the king, which brings the king further away from the center in this potential end game. Very nice move. Rook to g1. After rook f to e8 from Hare Krishna here, putting some pressure on the file with a smile. White plays knight c5. Right here, guys, still equal is what I mean by eeks. Still equal. Knight c5, okay? Knight c5 happens, and then, okay, it's on you. It's on you, chat. I don't know if you're going to find this one. I mean, you might. You might. It's very findable, I guess. But it's black to move here. Black to move. What you know about a D-Shock? Fine. Rook takes e2 from contraband. Yeah, he done lost his absolute. He done lost his absolute, chat. He has lost his absolute.
Bruh.
Wow. He said sack on e2. He said sack on e2. He just said take it. Go ahead, take it. Just take it. What is your next move going to be? I am very curious. I just want to know, what is the next move going to be? Resigns. Okay, Magic like Tau, that's a good one. That's a good one here. That's a great one. That's excellent. In fact, yeah, that might be the only move in this position. That's right. Hope opponent resigns. Yep. Maybe hit the clock real hard. Hit the clock real hard when you make the move, right? Rook takes e7, hit the clock, right? And like, you know, just be intense. Maybe it might work. You might intimidate him. Nah, I ain't about to take that. You know, Gary used to grunt at the board. Think about that. Think about your opponent grunting at you or frowning at your move. Like, that was garbage. And still crush you because it was garbage. Right? Ridiculous. Knight c5. That's not it, though. What are we playing? Rook takes c2 is not it. Rook e5, rook e7. Bishop takes g2 from Athos. Knight b4, knight b4. Yeah, this was a hard one to find. No one has said it. Here it is. In fact, here are the moves from the engine first off. Number one, knight takes c5. Oh, actually, I think one person did say it. I don't remember who. Oh, it was Danny. Danny, and actually, wow, I can't believe this. It's always a miracle when Phantom Master Cleanser gets one. Bishop b5 is actually the move here. Wow. Yeah, Contraband found it too. Yeah. Yeah, it's Bishop b5, chat. Bishop b5. Bishop b5 was the move here. Putting the pressure on e2. Now I can take it to rook. Bishop takes b7. Okay. Obvious. Rook takes e2. There go one pig on the 7th. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoa. He played king d1. So you're not trying to really get into the pin like this. But in fact, analysis shows that white is just fine. This is probably one of the hardest things in chess to do, is to voluntarily put yourself in these kind of pins. Looks like absolute suicide. There's literally nowhere you can move this rook to win material. Even if you go rook c2. If rook to c2, you could play king g2. And if knight take, you know, your rook's hanging, right? That's the thing you have to remember. So you take my knight, I take your rook. So let's say I take on b2. He runs out the way, and you still got to deal with this weird situation. It's crazy. That's like nuts. That was the best way to play. But Ilya went king d1. And after king d1 here, there was rook b8. This is about to get nuts. The piece is hanging. There's a straight up piece hanging. He takes. He takes back. He takes again. Chat. Who could put it in the chat fastest? Chat, where you going? Black to move. I had a position where the computer said I should walk into discover check. I won on time. Right. Oh, man. That's funny. Walking into discover check, again, guys, is one of the hardest things ever you're going to do in chess. Pigs in space, yeah. Rook takes b2, obvious. Obvi, right? Take with this one. Rook b takes b2. Rook c8 check. I hop out the way. Tell him have a nice day. And then knight to b4. After knight b4, all right, chat, you got to move here. You know, this is kind of cool. If you take my knight, I take your rook. But there's two rooks on the 7th here, which they call pigs, right? We've talked about before. So what do you do about this? I see d3 from Greg Lars. Let's see d3. Rook f2 from Rumble. Rook takes f2 from NJ, Jingo. Rook takes f2. Rook d2, then rook takes f3. I don't know how that's even going to happen. Rook d2, then move the rook magically to f3. And take something. You got to take something. Remember that. No, I know what he means. So rook takes f2. I know what you mean, bro. So, in fact, here it is, chat. d3 does work. That was move number 3 in the engine. Move number 1 is the very simple. Rook takes f2. Rook takes f2, putting this threat on the board. Putting this threat on the board. Now, of course, he can go back and block with the rook, so it's not mate. But he's trying to. After a3 happens, after a3, black to move, chat. Where you going? What you do? I like this game. You like this game, Truth? ICC, what's up, bro? Rook takes h2. He's trying to mop up. Pigs, just eating everything. h2. Groggers, thanks for the follow. Skills. Skills. Knight d3 didn't work. I'm dumb. No, d3 did work. D3 did work, but it was move number 3, and it was more equal than anything else would have said. Yeah. Naxis, thanks for the follow. It says a6. Rook b3, rook h2, knight d3, a5, pawn push. Yeah, it's d3. In fact, it's d3, chat. Weirdly enough, voluntary, like forking yourself. Voluntary fork. But here, I'm puzzled. I'm very puzzled. And the reason why I'm very puzzled here, is because the game says, and Vishnu, you still here? Let me see if you're in the chat. VIPs. Hey, shout out to Chess, bro. They lurking. I know y'all was lurking, but now they can't lurk no more. They are in the chat right now, so shout out to the chess bro. But Vishnu, I don't see him in the chat. But I know that this game says 0-1. This game says 0-1, meaning black won this game, right? This says black won. And right here, I don't know if he resigned or not, because D3 is what was the move from the game. This was game, right? Right here, this is actually a draw. So I'm very, very surprised at the results. I don't know if he resigned or if he ran out of time or like what happened here. I don't see why he didn't take it. I don't either, because the game actually ends right here. Literally, the game ends. There is analysis after A5 saying, hey, black could go A5. And maybe, I don't know if this was the real game. Maybe this could have been the real game. But in fact, the real part of the PGN is this part of D3. And it says 0-1. And I'm like, what? You know, putting this in the engine, right now, all he has to do is takes, and it's a draw. Because after check, you just go king E1. If you go this way, I take on D3, which is winning. But if I go this way, you can't take because I'm taking the rook. So if you check me with one of the rooks, it doesn't matter. Okay, check. I mean, even this rook doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Right? In fact, you might even almost be losing. You got to be careful. Maybe I take this. Right? But somehow, the game ends right here, which is puzzling to me. But the thing that we wanted to learn today was how to use and how to actually, what pigs on the 7th look like and how to actually use them when they're there. Hey, I'm new. I like your vids. Very instructive. From France. France in the building. What's up, France? What's the dilly? Black flag them? Yeah, probably. I'm not even sure. Can we look at knight D3 instead of A3 for white? Let's go back. Knight D3. Oh, wait. Sorry. Forward here. And instead of A3, oh, knight D3. So you're saying, wait. So you're saying knight, okay. Knight D3, there it is. Knight D3, rook B to D2. What about king C1? Maybe rook takes. Knight B4. Rook A1. And takes, yeah. Actually, knight D3 could have been, I don't know why he didn't play knight D3. In fact, is that from the book? Yeah, let me see. Rook takes. Why is knight D3 not even here? Oh, it's rook B to D2. Oh, did I do the other one? Why is this losing? How is this losing? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Somehow this is completely losing. Okay, king C1 is obvious. We take on D3. But if king E1, rook F, E2, king F1, and it takes. Oh my goodness. And this is completely losing. Wow. This is just completely losing. If knight E1, oh my goodness, this is a family channel. Let's get that off the screen right now before they calling people on me. Wow. Okay, that's gross. That's absolutely gross. But and you know, there's gonna be a mate here too if you move this knight, right? There's mate 2 ways. So you're in a lot of trouble. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. So knight D3, that's why you play A3. But after this D3 move, I guess, I don't know, maybe he thought it was the same. Maybe he thought it was the same. So you know, maybe he thought it was the same. I'm glad you showed, yeah. I hope he was so. Hello, it's not secret police fur. You funny. Sheesh. Right, Odie. I mean, that's crazy. Like, but this is the end of the game. He ran out of time. Is that, like, do y'all know this? Are y'all just saying that? Or did he really run out of time? He ran out of time. So that's good to know. If he ran out of time, well, then that's good to know. Like, for real. You know, because I was actually baffled. Like, yo, what happened? You know, what happened? Literally, like, what happened here? You know, but black won this game. So if he ran out of time, he ran out of time here. But this was pigs on the 7th. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. This video is for you today. Make sure you guys watch the rest of the videos here in the playlist just to get better at your game. And see you guys on the next video. Make sure you subscribe to the video if you like what you saw. See you guys on the next one.